Don't forget to check out boutiquefdb.com for all your painting needs. Will these speed paints replace your regular dark wood or boring browns? Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day. So these libraries from Conquest were slap chop with the good old grisaille fashion here. Some black primer and then some heavy dry brushing of white on top of that to get all the details. And we're going to be testing some different kinds of speed paints that are sort of brownish colors on the bottle but come out a little different looking than when you put them on there. And these libraries are the perfect tool to see that because they have all these nice wood details, grains and all that, and the slap chop just really makes it pop. So the first one we're looking at is Dusk Red. So again, the name tells you right there is some red in the brown. It's not super apparent, but there is like a reddish, like this is almost like you were taking a piece of wood and staining it with the stain that we have in stores, you know, and you're just taking this old bookshelf, you repainted it, you want to stain it to something new, and look at how well this speed paint goes on, and it gets all the highlights from that slap chop. This is where slap chop does come in handy, by the way, folks. I would not have done a zenithal highlight on this furniture. I would not have done just white either, because you really want that light and dark effect. And so, okay, white might have worked because technically speed paint is supposed to make it darker in the recesses and all that. But having that undertone of black already on it really makes a bigger difference, especially with the burnished red. This one is a bit lighter than the Dusk Red. It does a great job on the furniture here, on the wood paneling, all the nice details. And by the way, I am not going to detail these bookshelves more than that on the wood areas. The books are going to get some love in this one and another one. Anyways, if you want to watch that at the end of the three colors here, I'm going to go through how I paint all the books and all the little details on the shelf itself. But just look, when you're putting this paint on top of that wood grain, it is amazing what it does to it. It just makes it look antique-y. Ruddy Fur, because I didn't have anything else that really said red on it, that was a brownish color. I didn't want to use the desolate brown or the decaying brown or whatever the other ones are. They have like a green and yellow tone to them. I really wanted to keep the brown tone to the, like, as the point of furniture, right? And this one is a very light brown, and it really shows the grisaille coming through, the slap chop really coming through really well. You really see as if the wood is burnt in some spots, or especially like, see where that black area was there that I didn't hit too much with the dry brush. It really looks like some really old wood. This one, in my opinion, is probably my favorite for the furniture. Like, I would probably use this on the chairs, the other tables we have. I'd probably use Ruddy Fur on all of them because I just found they do a great job. And as you can see now that it dried up, that Ruddy Fur, and we're actually moving on now to do some of the details. We're going to use some brazen copper. This is also a speed paint as well. It's a metallic speed paint. If you haven't seen those videos on metallics, take a look in my channel. I have one where I see if it's worth to use buying these metallic speed paints. On this one, what you do is if you don't put it too thick, you will get some of that dry brushing coming through, the white being a little bit brighter and the other areas being a little darker. Not a ton, but enough to show a bit of a difference here. Here I'm going to be putting a lot of emphasis on all the little nooks and crannies on this thing, and Nihalic oxide on some of those vials and that crystal he has. Some Hexrite Flame from Citadel Color on this vial here, and some other vials here and there. Bottles. Some Night Haunt Gloom again on some more bottles on this crystal ball like thing. Just to have some fun with some of the Citadel stuff I still have. Then we're going to use some Aztec gold on this little piece of, I guess, this box of some sort. We're going to cover up this part of the book here. Really doing a lot of details on this one library because it's one of the newer ones. I don't know, I can't remember all the expansions I have. I have Frozen Horror. I think I've got Mage of the Mirror, Mirror of the Mages. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, and so they added some more furniture in some of these expansions that sort of replace the other ones. You can use whichever one you want, I guess, but this is a much nicer library than the one that came with the base game. But you can see now I'm using like on the papers and on the scrolls and that. I'm just using some howling sand just to really just make it basic, and then ochre clay for just all the books. But when I was painting this, I noticed how close it was to the Aztec gold, which is funny because the Aztec gold has a hint of green, but this one has like a touch of, I don't know how you can say it, but anyway, so it was very similar, and I find it weird, but the only thing that makes it different is that the Aztec gold is shiny. Now, on the original library from the original Hero Quest base game, I just took one color, did all the books on the one shelf. I didn't even paint the pages differently. I just said, you know what, let's just make it like as if this is a collection, and each shelf is going to have a different color, because I really wanted the wood to pop on these libraries. Like, I wanted them to be the show of the miniature. And the other colors is just pretty much saying, okay, yeah, there's books here, and you know, and again, the original library books, the original library is not that detailed in the books department, not even in the wood, really. It's just got that nice little trim on top there, and you can see how these browns turned out. You're gonna see even closer now. We're gonna take a look. So this is when it was slap chop, and this is putting on the nice paints, and you can see again that Ruddy Fur is really bringing out the wood grains. Like, it is just amazing what it did with that, and just great, you know, and all these browns are great for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you all in the next one.